both super consistent. They're going to make a ton of balls. And Ava Ignatowich and Genie Bouchard, the and this point right here, I feel, is what very much our point is going to look like. I feel like Vivienne David being a little dominant, a little more aggressive on the right side.
And a lob. Oh.
And mind, like first point in, and here it is, what you love about Vivienne David. She is going to smile about it and super fun to play with, just a great competitor. When she dials that lob in, it is going to be something.
Yeah, I love watching her play. Even if she misses, she's still having fun, and that's what you kind of want to see.
One of the best attitudes on the court in general. To love seeing her around. And Genie Bouchard, as many know, still on the WTA tour.
She just got back from Indonesia on a trip.
Absolutely.
She even took her pickleball paddles out there,
There you go.
For some games.
It's a lot of people have a lot of opinions, I think, about some of the new players coming into tennis, but great for the sport. That is the biggest thing I've got to say. She's out there working hard. She's putting the effort into it, playing tennis and pickleball, and she's getting better and better at every tournament. So I love the commitment we're seeing from Genie Bouchard, Donald Young, Jack Sock. It's great for our sport. Because really, most of us, I come from tennis. Do you come from tennis?
I do come from tennis.
Yeah, so most of us do come from tennis.
They were just better than us.
Yeah, there you go.
Great lead over here. Yeah, I was chatting with Genie, and people don't see it, but off the court, like, she's putting in the hours. She's really, getting reps in, trying to get better. She's committed, and I absolutely love to see it. Yeah,
I agree. We'll be out there practicing. I'll see her come out, and I think, people don't always see it.
Yeah.
But absolutely think she's getting better and better, and I love seeing that.
A little bit high on that one, and her partner, Ava Ignatowich, the more famous Ignatowich. She has a brother who also plays on the tour. He's not quite as good as her, but.
And she played singles a little bit earlier. I actually watched that match against Liz Trulock.
Ava is quite the singles specialist. She's phenomenal. Big return by Genie. I absolutely love to see Tina and Vivienne matching in all black. Like, they look phenomenal.
Yeah.
They got the matching memo, I was talking to Tina, and she was like, yeah, Vivienne's the only person that actually, like, will match me.
She wants to match. Yeah, I love it. Some definitely do, but, Vivienne, she does. She wants to do things the right way. We are being encouraged to match with our partners, to have matching fits, and I think to make, in tennis we do that.
Yep.
And so I think we're trying to convert that a little bit into the pickleball world as well. That professionalism.
Oh, great counter!
Fantastic counter. And it wasn't a terrible attack from Pisnik, but.
She just read it perfectly.
She just wasn't ready for it to come back. Genie's on top of it.
Good power on that one. Ava shakes her head at it, did not love her drop on that.
And it's tough right now. Drops in the wind like this is tricky. Side of the court makes a big difference, but also it's not exactly consistent in one way, which I think is much trickier.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah.
Vivienne's shots down the line, she really hit it, disguised it perfectly, I also thought she was going to go middle and, hold it just enough.
Well, I will say, Vivienne, that is her shot right there. Yeah. That is the pattern that we are most likely going to see once she dials that in. It's pretty incredible how she can that's a great cross-body attack. She's very good at picking her spots and changing them up. She has a great down the line, but I think that's a big one right there. A lot of times that crossing the body backhand that's a tricky ball. And this could, this is, again, Pisnik and David's first round. So it wouldn't be surprising they're off to a little bit of a start, because these two are players that do not make errors. They do not miss those returns a lot. So we may get a few of those early, but I don't think it's going to last too long. And that ball right there for Vivienne gets probably lower than anybody out there and still comes up and accelerates after. It's really, I mean, she is very flexible. She is constantly, I feel like, stretching every time I talk to her. And
that was a good leave.
Yeah.
Good dodge by Genie on that one. Yeah, I would say Vivienne's probably the most aggressive right side player, which, people stereotypically aren't very aggressive on the right side. Just watching her play, and she's just pounding it out on the right, and it's incredible. And
she poaches from that side. She's, she could do it if she needs to, but, I think she stays in her strength very well.
Oh, yeah. She does have one tournament coming up with Augie later this year, so she will be on the left on that one.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. And it was just that last third that Ava hit, just popped up just a tiny bit. And that really allowed Tina to be aggressive. Genie still got it back, but just tough to recover from.
Yeah. Great job by Tina there. Really moving her around.
I mean, just look at that. Vivienne is so far in the middle of the court. Doubles match, PPA Tour, Atlanta, Georgia. And this may be our last day full outside. We are being slightly affected by the hurricane on the Gulf Coast. So we looking at rain the next couple days. So you are seeing a lot of wind right now on the screen. And I just got to say, that ball, Tina just found that middle so nicely.
Yeah. That's also one of those tough things. This is a first-time partnership for Ava and Genie, and so that middle ball sometimes takes a few,
tricky.
A few practice ones getting used to it.
And as you said, Ava is more of a single specialist. Genie is still fairly new to this, so finding that kind of like who's taking the middle, that's the role, that's the goal, is kind of important to factor into that. And suddenly we're at a 9-3.
Got a few unlucky net chords on that one, and the tides turn.
And you're seeing it. You're seeing that Tina and Vivienne, they're warm. They're not missing the balls they were in the first few points of the match.
Big strives.
And that's that cross, that
Guaranteed pickleball play every week. No hassle, no paddle stacking lines, no worries. Join a pickleball league today and up your game with competitive, consistent, well-matched play. Connect with your local leagues, check live rankings on your phone, and play with ease. Whether you're there to socialize with your community, network across the net, or have fun playing your favorite sport, leagues are a stress-free way to enjoy your play. Find your closest league at pickleball.com and click leagues today to get started.
Roommate, bestie, coach, all of the ones all in between. He actually usually has pretty great insight, so I'm actually curious to hear what he suggested for them to do differently.
It seems right out of the gate kind of trying to maybe get a little more aggressive, because they're not going to win the soft game with Vivienne and Tina. That's a tricky one to do. I would like to see Genie be more aggressive with her backhand in the middle. I think that she's got, I mean, when she's able to make that pop, it's incredible, and it's one of those shots that has seemingly developed really well. So I definitely agree that, someone's got to take that middle, and I would like to see Genie do it with that backhand.
Good get.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great get by Genie on that one. Oh, and she found the middle.
She did.
Beautiful.
She found that. Great point. Great coverage from all players coming into that. And I think they just weren't expecting that, you know, kind of low from the heels.
Yeah.
Through the middle. Fantastic. So great way to start off the game.
Great defense.
And again, great movement across the board. And Tina saw it. She came in. And this is kind of a big reason why sometimes we're going to let balls bounce versus take them in the air, is because it's easier to disguise that shot. And then Genie was just squared up, and she moved. That's the thing. When Ava went out wide, she moved to cover, and Tina caught her in that moment of movement. It's a great ball, catching Vivienne in that middle, and that's a
nice dip on it too.
Absolutely, and that's a little bit using of the wind too. And it did seem they let that go, but it did drop right in. I like to see her kind of swinging at those a little bit more. Even if they do go out, I do think that the best shot is for both of them to just be a little bit more aggressive on those balls. It's a fantastic drop, and
Ava's not happy with herself on that one.
And one thing too, that, you know, so Tina's slicing that ball, and so one thing, Ava's got a lot of topspin on her shot, so I think that's a tough ball to pick up.
Yeah. Sometimes they bounce off of the the line part, a little bit funny on it. Great get. Phenomenal defense by Vivienne on that one.
And that's it. One thing, you see her posture. So Vivienne gets really low, but her posture is so good. She stays very upright so she can maneuver her paddle and get on top of the ball very quickly. And that is a wind gust issue right there. A couple of errors.
Wins.
I mean, that's the thing, is it's a
better than what I did yesterday. So.
We always say, we talked about this earlier today on our live stream, that there's a lot of people out there that have opinions about how pros play, but until you're out here in these seats and you know what it's like, this is tough.
Yeah.
It's anybody can win now. It's anybody's game. We have so many good players, and we're getting more varieties and everything. And there's that scorpion for Viv. She just owns.
Great speed ups, though. I mean, I don't mind those, and Viv just gets low enough.
Absolutely. And yet, that backswing, we've talked about that so much with some last few matches. Viv's backswing is so tight.
Yeah.
It's so, especially on her backhand, her high backhand, which is one of the hardest shots to keep. And that right there is Vivienne David's ball. That is the Vivienne shot. She will speed up that forehand dink when you think there's no chance of it, and smile at you and apologize for hitting you.
But I absolutely love it. Ava and Genie are both keeping smiles on their face. You know, like, even though they're down, like, they're having fun with it.
Absolutely.
Love that.
And it's the same thing that's happening, and that's, I think this is very much a tendency we have from tennis, when you feel when your partner moves, you're supposed to move, and but what that's doing is kind of, as soon as they're moving, now Vivienne and Tina are seeing Genie is squaring up in the middle, which is going to open her body up to an attack. So it's hard, but it is that tendency when we come in, we kind of get on our heels, we maybe get a little too low. So it does take some time to recognize how to move over in that middle and how to be you know, less attackable in that space.
Great control by Tina. That was phenomenal. You know, just puts it straight back down.
Yeah, just simple, again, out in front. She just wants to get on top of the ball.
Yeah.
Doesn't need a big swing. And I kind of like that she's going for the backhand, too, instead of the forehand there. And there's that speed up again from Vivienne. That time she's kind of moving in, so it's a ball most people are going to dink. We got Vivienne dating Tina Pisnik with a match point in this round of 32. And that is it. That is a finisher, that first round. Great showing, I think, from Genie Bouchard and Ava Ignatowich. Again, like you said,
Yep.
it's